Wake up, rookie!
The great meme coin depression has begun. Your meme coins are now worthless. And you're thinking about how to survive this era? Luckily, in meme coins, everything moves at 150x speed, so you won't have to wait 10 years for World War III to start. Hopefully. Of course, this hasn't affected me as much as it has you, broke boys, and I won't be straying from the meme coin path. When you're a serious person, you've not only ambition but also honor. But obviously, you plebs don't possess such virtues inherent to kings, so I'll share with you what you can do to survive these tough times. Arbitrage. Arbitrage is playing the difference in exchange rates. Simply put, you sell your dollars for Uruguayan pesos at a rate of 42, then sell the pesos and buy dollars back at the rate of 40. In the end, you profit a capybara. Sure, with one such coin, you won't be able to buy anything even in Uruguay, but if you do this with $5,000 or $20,000, it can be a decent income. From my experience, you can cycle such amounts in a day if you find the right opportunity. There are tons of platforms now, so arbitrage opportunities are plentiful. If you get into it, you'll quickly learn to spot them. There are many ways to do it, and if you are interested, let me know. Mining. When I saw a hungry old man, I didn't give him a fish. I slapped him and went to sell fishing rods to those who could pay for them. It's the same with mining. You probably won't earn shit unless you're selling shovels. But if you guess the coin price right or have large volumes, you might make it. By the way, there is a third way to make money mining, but it's for physicists and lawyers. If you find a cheat code for free electricity, your farm's profitability will skyrocket. Airdrops, Retrodrops. This method is for those who love grinding in MMORPGs. You've got nothing to lose in life anyway. All sorts of new blockchains and other Web3 gimmicks often create quests for idiots, like answer our crypto quiz or farm 150 of something on your account. It's basically like killing 15 boars, right? Unfortunately, they don't always pay for these quests, but there have been a few successful examples, so why not try your luck? NFTs creating. Remember NFTs? Me neither. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Now, even a mentally challenged kid with a Mid-Journey subscription or a decent free AI for generating images can create their own NFT line. But obviously, no one's gonna buy your autistic anime girls. To sell NFTs, you need to create hype around your project, and if you know how to do that, you're better off making meme coins. Even now, seriously, NFTs are a disaster. NFTs flipping. So here's another way to make money with NFTs. If you're completely out of your mind, you don't even have to create NFTs. Just buy them. Lol. Of course, it's better not to tell anyone you bought NFTs in 2025 because it's like prison. Once you're tainted, you're a loser for life. But if you're certain that the NFT will go up in value, say because the creator is going to hype it up, and you know how to sell them later, it might be worth a shot. But unsubscribe first. Build crypto websites. Shout out to my Indian friends who love making websites for everyone. Find someone who needs a basic website for their basic crypto product, meme coin, or God forbid, NFT or something else. Make it, get paid. If you're talented and cheeky, you can hide an Easter egg on the side, like clipping a specified wallet. Watch the next video. Media for crypto projects. If you're good with Photoshop, you can also make all sorts of media crap for such projects. Though if you're really good at PS or editing, you're better off finding a niche with real money. Build smart contracts. A smart contract is literally everything that happens behind the scenes when you interact with Web3. Buying, selling, even connecting a wallet, contract. A smart contract is a promise you can't wriggle out of. There are two programming languages usually used for this, Solidity and Rust. If you know one of them or can learn it, you can write smart contracts. And as you can guess, they're needed for almost every fart in Web3. So finding a buyer shouldn't be a problem. Bug bounty. Since we're talking about contracts, here's an educational story. It was passed down to me by my father, who heard it from his father. It was about a good boy who knew coding and wrote smart contracts. It was hard and meticulous work, but he kept at it because he was born into a poor family, just like you. But one day, he noticed a terrible bug in Ethereum that allowed him to literally dupe. But the boy was a dumbass and he didn't use it. Instead, he told the devs about it and got a $10 million reward. He lived a short but happy life and OD'd by 30. The end. Become a validator. This method requires some initial capital but can potentially make you money literally for doing nothing. You need a decent PC with a good processor and memory, stake tokens, and maintain the system regularly. Basically, you become a tiny piece of the blockchain and profit from the transaction fees that go through your setup. Trade on leverage. If regular gambling doesn't excite you anymore and losing just 10 SOL isn't enough to satisfy your sick nervous system, here's how to fix that. No, not payday loans, though it's similar. On centralized exchanges with more stable coins, you can leverage your trades several times over, and even with just half an ETH. You can trade as if you had 50. Of course, if your bet doesn't pay off, you'll lose everything instantly, but if it does, check it out, maybe you haven't pawned your pancreas yet. Pay to earn gains. This method is even for the little ones. There are tons of crypto games out there. Usually it's mind-numbingly boring grind where you do repetitive actions while buying stuff that boost those actions. For example, I once experimented with Step N, where you had to walk with the app open to earn money. And you know what? The devs pulled 90% of the liquidity and are now doing great. But there were a few who actually made money on Snakers. Maybe you'll be one of them. Though probably not, but the effort is commendable. Crypto venture capital. Right now, crypto like AI is super hyped, and many people with money are trying to get a piece of it. But they're usually too busy with and drugs to figure it out themselves, and that's where you come in. You can try to come up with a crypto project and raise investments for it. Just recently, my Indian friend... Okay, enough of that shit. So she came to San Francisco. Screw it. That's all for now.